Hey guys, welcome back to Weeb 101, and today we have a cool special episode because of what's happening in Japan. Sid, what's happening in Japan right now?
The pandemic. But I'm kidding. No, so the new Kimetsu no Yaiba movie just released, and it's like the biggest thing ever in 2020. I think it's the best thing that to happen to this world in 2020, I would say, as a weeb.
Yes.
So,
And we are going to talk about Demon Slayer today.
Exactly. We're going to jump on the hype train and talk about Kimetsu no Yaiba. Even though...
And we...
What?
Even though
we can't see the movie since we live in India. Japan, please give us anime films
totally
here.
saw the movie. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, and we realized that we always tell our names at the last end bit of the episode. And so we're going to start it from this episode onwards. It's going to be at the start. I'm Brew.
And I'm Sid. And now you know our names.
This card is not working anymore.
And Brew leaves again. We have to do this for the third
just a second.
time. My God.
Hello.
Today is a good day, isn't it?
Yeah, let's go on. That's Sid. I'm Brew.
Yes.
You know the drill.
You know the drill.
Hopefully you know the drill. You watched it till the end.
And today
let's talk about Demon Slayer.
Now you know our names. Since we told them in the beginning.
Finally, you know our names. And if you should follow us on social media, you'll definitely get to know us a little better. We're Weeb101pod on Twitter. That's our Instagram handle.
Weeb101pod. Yes, Weeb101pod everywhere.
Everywhere. Anyway, Demon Slayer. Sid, you told me to watch Demon Slayer.
Yes, I did.
And I was like, nah, I'm not gonna watch Demon Slayer. Nah. But then I finally did watch it, and I enjoyed myself quite a lot. Mm-hmm. How did you find Demon Slayer, and what do you like about it? So,
I think I saw Demon Slayer pretty late because everyone saw it in 2019 when it first came out. So I was like, oh, I've been hearing about this anime Demon Slayer. Like everyone loves it, everyone's talking about it. You know, it's like this. It's like the biggest shonen thing last year, and apparently this year also because of the film, it's like the biggest anime in 2020. So I was like, okay. I was like, I don't know if I want to give it a try. Maybe it's like another shonen trash like Boku.
Oh.
Yes, I said it. But then I gave it a try finally in 2020, and I really enjoyed the anime. It's done by Ufotable, which is an amazing studio. They have really beautiful visuals. I think they make they do the Fate series, which I am not a big fan of, but still.
Yes, I too know different Japanese studios.
Yes, so Ufotable has done a really beautiful job on like Kimetsu no Yaiba, and I saw the first season, and the first episode I was like, interesting. This is kind of still very shonen, but I'll go on. And then like they got the old like the traditional Japanese and all these cool concepts and all these cool demons. And I was like, okay,
and Sid was taken there.
I enjoy this show. Yes, that's what I said. And then after watching the first season, I was like, hey, Brew, you should watch this show called Demon Slayer. And Brew never watches anything I tell him to, so he kept delaying it for years and years. And I think...
By that he means days and days.
Yeah.
But then I finally watched it.
You saw Shampulu, and after Shampulu, you were like, I need something to watch, right? And then you saw Demon Slayer, right? If I remember correctly.
No. Shampulu was a long time ago. Demon Slayer was after... Not sure. But it was Demon Slayer was recent. Shampulu I saw last year, I think.
Yeah. Is it the most recent anime I've seen?
Seen, yeah, definitely seen. But I've read Osama Game again. We shall have an episode on that coming out. And I don't want to start my rant over here.
Yeah, read that if you want to join us next week. Anyways.
Yes, and spoilers ahead, obviously. We're going to talk about the movie and maybe even a little bit about the manga. So... listen at your own risk. For those who don't know what Demon Slayer is, or Kimetsu no Yaiba is, it's basically a show where there's a guy called Tanjiro. His family is very poor, and he goes to the village to sell coal. And when he's coming back, he has to cross the mountain. So a villager asks him to stay over at his house so that he doesn't run into demons at the night. And he agrees, stays over, and goes back to find that his family has been killed by demons, except for his little sister, who is basically the show revolves around both of them. And his little sister basically becomes a demon, but not fully. She still retains a bit of her humanity.
She's still mid-transformation. Yeah,
to be honest, it's very cliche.
Yeah, it's very cliche, definitely.
And it's very shonen.
the first episode is so shonen with all the sudden energetic emotions and stuff. Like, we'll try not to spoil because we're still giving a summary of the whole show. We'll get into details later.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's still, the first episode is like the most shonen episode of the show, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there are a few times in the manga that could be
That's
countered
true.
with. But yeah, it's very shonen, and well, it's really fun. It's actually a lot better than I thought it would be. While they did have a lot of cliches, though. So anyway.
Yeah, but okay. Like, let's still talk about like spoiler free. Like, why would you want someone to watch Demon Slayer? Why would you like?
Cool
What would you say are
shit.
the good points? Why would they enjoy it?
It's cool as shit.
It's cool as shit.
Really good animation.
Yeah, actually, it's beautiful animation.
Nezuko.
Are you simping for Nezuko?
No, but
Okay.
I'm sure
My
a lot
God, I
of
was
people
worried
do
there.
because I've seen that online quite a lot. A lot of
Okay.
people simp for
I was like,
Nezuko. Hey, also, actually, you remember when I was talking about the first couple of episodes,
Yeah.
I hated Nezuko because
Yeah,
all
you
she did
did.
was
Yeah, you were like, she's just growling. Can she stop growling? It's so annoying.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But
poor
anyways.
Nezuko. She went through her own share of pain. But yeah, if you like shonen anime, if you like swords, if you like demons, and well, basically, if you like anime, you should check it out because it's a very
Definitely.
typical. It's a very anime.
Yeah.
I don't know if
It's
that's
very
understandable,
anime.
but
And if you're
it's very anime.
if you like anime in 2020 and you haven't seen Kimetsu no Yaiba, what are you doing? Go
yeah,
watch
you're
that
living
shit.
under a rock.
Yeah,
You should go
exactly.
watch it immediately. Don't watch Beastars. Now that's a disappointment. There, I said
That's
it now.
just his opinion. But yeah, let's continue. That
Says
is
the guy who insulted
Bruce
Goku,
opi-
which is like beloved by everybody.
Bruce's opinions do not reflect Weeb 101's opinions.
Oh wow!
Mine maybe do, but we'll talk about that later.
That's nice. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So, what do you like about Demon Slayer? Why do you think people should watch Demon Slayer?
Okay, so I think it's just the adventure, it's something. So usually when we watch shonen manga, right? So
Yeah.
when we watch shonen anime, my bad. So usually when we're watching shonen anime, you need like characters, you need an adventure, you need a story that will go on for a very long time, right? So like
Yes.
usually shows that we watch, like manga that we watch, like they're really short. Nowadays a lot of anime series are really short, like stuff like Devilman Crybaby and all that stuff. That's all what I can remember off
Which is
the
also
top of
something
my head,
I've not watched.
which is fucking amazing. But anyways,
Yeah, I know.
like a long shonen show, like the big three, like we talk
Yeah.
about that.
Big three, yes.
Yeah, so something like that. Like we had something good like Haikyuu, which still doesn't. It's still sports, but this seems like something that could be like the new big three. Like something that's like Boku had that potential, but Boku is shit. So this could be something that's actually a good shonen manga in 2020. I would say, don't you agree? And I think it had the potential for that. And that's why I started watching it, because it had demons, it had the action of shonen, it had interesting characters, interesting powers, like supernatural powers or whatever. Even though it had, I don't want to spoil anything yet, but yeah, I think that's why I got hooked onto it, because it seemed like a good shonen show finally after all these years.
Aren't you like hating on Boku a little too much?
Let me ask this question, bro. Do you like Boku?
Yes, I do.
I see that.
I don't love it.
Nice
but
poker
I don't
face lie.
hate it. I don't hate it.
Yeah, I don't hate Boku. Like, I just
You literally just talked
Oh,
about how
did
much
I?
you hate Boku.
I wouldn't say hate. Okay, I don't like Boku. It's not my favorite thing. It's like I'm not gonna
You just
talk
called it
about-
trash.
We'll do a Boku episode. Like the last season of Boku, especially the second half. My God, dude, that made me dislike the whole show. With the
I still haven't
the
watched
second
it.
half of the last season that just came
What
out. I
kind
think
of
season
anime-
4 was the worst. Holy shit! I think that whole second arc, after like it's like basically a few episodes were left and they just filled it with some trash that gave me a headache. Before that I was like, okay, cool. After that, oh, I can't. That makes me dislike the whole thing. But anyways,
Man, you are hating on Boku way more than I hate on anything, and I am enjoying it. I am not the one who hates everything for once. So
yeah.
But yeah, you just call Boku trash. Anyway, I do agree. Kimetsu no Yaiba is better than Boku, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the way they took the story beyond a certain point. I mean, there's no guarantee that Boku is going to take the story very well either.
Yeah.
But
and we haven't read the Boku manga, so we don't know how like true it is, right?
I'm telling you, we're terrible anime content creators. We haven't watched Boku, which is like literally what everyone wants to talk about.
I have watched Boku.
And we are here. No, we haven't read it. We haven't
read
caught
it.
up.
Yeah. That's
and
true.
Everyone wants to discuss it, and we're sitting here like, nah, way too hipster. Way too hipster. Nah.
Hey, we like what we like, okay? And we're going to talk about what we like and also what we don't. But yeah, anyways.
Yeah, but we don't talk about what we don't. Anyway. Yeah. Okay, off Boku for now. Because if you want to rant about Boku, I get to rant about Osama game.
Okay, next episode, next week. yeah, continue. Yeah.
Okay, anyway, Kimetsu no Yaiba.
So let's start by talking about only like the first season for people who have not read the manga, right? Let's talk about the first season first. Then we'll get into the manga and like the possible plot for the movie and all that, okay?
Okay.
So, tell me, what were your thoughts? The first arc. Let's talk about the first part, the training arc, where he has to get ready for the exam. Yeah.
I didn't even think he was going to get training, to be completely honest.
Okay.
I thought the old guy was going to just kick his ass and go on his way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because I was like, that guy comes in and he's like, show me your resolve. Show me that you can kill this demon. And Tanjiro sitting there like, hey, I have rock. How do I kill demon? And if I was that old guy, I would have thrown that rock on his head and walked away like, go suffer for yourself. I'm not going to help you.
But didn't Giyu talk to him and be like, yo, like this guy, like help him out?
Imagine it like
that.
this, okay?
Yeah.
Imagine if one of your juniors from college came up to you and said, hey, there's this one guy who's really problematic to work with, but can you work with him? And then you see that guy, he doesn't know how to do anything related to animation, anything related to graphic design, and he's like, I will animate. Are you actually going to give that guy a job? Okay, I'm not even talking about training you for a life and death situation here. I'm just talking about a normal ass job.
No,
one freelance gig.
Yeah, no, in the modern world you wouldn't do that, but there are some people who do, and I really thank them because people need experience without experience, so that is important. So thank you, but still. No, maybe he saw something. Maybe he wanted to help Nezuko and not Tanjiro, and Tanjiro was just like a tag along.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense because Nezuko did show Giyu something new, while Tanjiro was just a dumbass who tried to throw an axe at him.
I know, right?
And I'm sorry, Giyu should not have fallen for that axe bait at all.
Why?
Like, in the first episode, he throws the axe and then he acts as if he's attacking him, and then Giyu is like, wait, where is his axe? Then he looks up and it's coming towards him. Like, he's a goddamn pillar.
Dude.
He's like one of the main guys.
I know. That's what made it very like cliche shonen for me, that he didn't realize.
Yeah.
Like, because later when you see like that he's one of the pillars, how like OP he is. And you're like, what? Like, he didn't see that coming, but maybe, I don't know, maybe he was looking at Nezuko like she's gonna attack me or something like that.
Even if he was looking at Nezuko, hey, you're telling me there's a dog in front of you growling at you and there's an axe flying towards you, you're telling me you wouldn't notice the axe?
Dude, I'd look at the dog for sure.
Yeah, but then I'd be like, something's coming towards me.
Well, if I see someone throwing an axe, I'd be like, okay, where did he throw the axe? But yeah, but that's just anime. That's what make that moment like very shonen and very cool, right? Where they're like, what? He threw and he made a pro axe throw without realizing. He is powerful.
And I like how Giyu didn't even consider the fact that it was completely a fluke.
Yeah, exactly.
Like for Tanjiro, it was not even skilled. He was just like, okay, let me try this. Maybe it'll work. I'll just throw the axe. That guy won't realize it.
Yeah.
But any other villain in the show would have just been like, it's right over there. Okay.
It's right. I'll just move one step back.
Yeah, one step back. And imagine, Tanjiro sells coal for a living. How does he know how to throw an axe so well that it fucking spins and lands right over there?
Doesn't he cut like wood and stuff? Like, I don't know.
Does wood cutting really make you throw axes? Does he cut wood by just flinging his axe around?
Dude, I don't know. No, but I think the only thing that Tanjiro has, you could call a superpower, is a sense of smell, right? That's what you could say is a superpower, huh?
And his ability to not give up despite getting his ass kicked, which is what every shonen hero has.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's what makes it so shonen, because it's like a very Naruto like story. It's like it's this guy who can't do anything, and then he's taken in by this one teacher.
Yeah.
And the teacher teaches him a lot of things, and he slowly becomes better and better and better.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It
Hey,
is.
okay. You know what?
It
I
is
will-
like
I
a
will say one
normal.
thing.
It's like any shonen training arc, like where the character's training to beat like the next level or to qualify for something. Is the same thing, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Except this was a much longer period, and they just shortened it with their
Yeah,
flashbacks.
Kimetsu no
and-
Yaiba moved very fast, like the pace of the story. Like we'll talk about it later, because even in the manga, it moves like really super fast. But even in the
I mean,
anime,
what the hell is up with the manga?
it
The manga
moved-
is just okay, but yeah, let's
Yeah.
talk about the manga later.
yeah. So
No, I will tell you one thing about the training arc. Okay,
Yeah.
we talked about this when I was watching it as well. I was completely caught off guard when he cuts the huge rock.
oh yes, yes.
When those two people are helping him. I was
Uh-huh.
completely caught off guard because I thought they were students who were studying the same thing he was at the same time. Okay,
Oh, I
and
see.
then I'm watching it, and he's like, and then as I cut him, he disappeared. I'm like, damn, what ninja skills are these where he just disappeared with the mist? I was like, how did he disappear? He just vanished. What? I was like, what kind of skills are
I
those?
see. Yeah.
Water forms don't give you skills like that. I was like, okay, I was like going next level. I was like, okay, maybe he becomes mist. It literally vaporizes the water and he hides in it. And then after that, he's like, how do you know the names of those dead children? I'm like, oh my god, I am mad.
Dude,
why didn't I
can't
think of
believe
death
you,
first?
Mr. Prediction, who predicts everything, couldn't see that shit coming, dude. Come on.
I was legit thinking of
Holy
everything I could. Okay, I was like, okay, these guys have some advanced skills, and then he's like, how do you know those children? I was like, huh? I see, they're dead.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I was telling you about it, and you're like, wasn't it obvious that they are
Yeah.
dead? And then I think back, I'm like, he cuts him and he disappears. Yes, he should be dead. That works.
Yeah,
But
it's pretty obvious.
In the moment, I was just like, those are some mad skills, man. Tanjiro needs to learn how to do that.
Yeah, and it always, like, the environment changes when they appear, and I think they look lighter or something, so it's pretty obvious that at least to me, like, the
Yeah,
time
but
changed,
then-
and it
But
was
he's
always like,
using water moves.
yeah,
Like, you know how in Naruto
Tanz-
Zabuza uses water moves and
Yeah.
he hides in the mist. So I was thinking of something like
Dude.
that.
No, but that's like Tanjiro freaking levels up like he's just eating rare candies like one after
Yeah,
the
that's
other,
true.
dude. Holy shit.
That's very
It's
true.
like he goes from 0 to 100. He's like, oh, here are 3 rare candies. Pop them. Okay, now I learned 5 new moves. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, it's like he talks. He has problems with using all the dances
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
end. But I mean, it's just like each demon, he just brings out like new dance forms. He's like, yes, third form, fifth form, sixth form. And I'm like,
You-
can you chill? You're not supposed to be able to do this much at this
I know,
stage
right?
in your life.
He's like, he's a prodigy when it comes to Demon Slayer Corps.
Yeah, okay. Wait, we're still talking about the anime. I shall
Yeah.
reserve my manga thoughts for later.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, okay. And I have a question for you.
What?
For those who don't know, Sid is dead scared of spiders. How was
Oh,
the spider
fuck.
arc?
Dude, fuck me. Holy shit, fuck me. Dude, that scared the shit out of me, okay? So when that episode starts, okay, so the 3 of them are like going into the forest, right? And you see
Yeah.
you see the other smaller Demon Slayer cause, like the other ones just hanging from the webs and stuff, you know?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
become puppets. I'm like, what the fuck? This is gonna be spiders. This is gonna be fuck. I don't want to watch. This is gonna be a spider episode because I actually have like a phobia, right? Like it just scares
Yeah.
the shit out of me. Like I can't control it when I see a spider. So it's like, the fuck? I don't know if I'll be able to watch this. I don't know. And then they show, and I think they show the mother first of the family.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I was like, holy shit, it's gonna be a female spider anime thing. The worst ones. I don't like how those look. I didn't enjoy that. I was always like at the edge of my seat. And the brother, the one that Zenitsu fights. Holy shit, dude. He's like literally the biggest spider
the
ever.
head with a spider.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That's not a normal spider. Okay, that's a fucking abomination. That's a fucking monster.
That's true.
That isn't
That's
a
true.
spider. That's spider level 100.
It's a show about demons. Okay? Of course, they're going to be abominations.
Dude, You saw the size of that shit. No, I was like, I'm done with this shit. I was like,
Oh my
almost
God, we
like
should put a
squinting
photo
and
of
like
this.
watching from a distance, dude. I could not handle that shit. And
Oh
like
my
even the
God.
little spiders with the heads, the other people here turned.
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
that whole part, I was like, what the fuck, Zenitsu, fucking fall asleep and kill this bitch fast. I can't watch this shit anymore, dude. No, I couldn't do that. I couldn't handle it. I was actually like having palpitations and shit while watching it. It was too much for me.
Okay, what do you think of the father? He had the most spider-like features
This father was
in his
His
face.
father's face was fucked, dude. I didn't want to look at that. That whole spider was so messed up for me. Like it scared the shit out of me. Surprisingly, the what's his name? Ryu. Yeah.
The main guy, the one of the moons.
He was lower. He was lower
Yeah.
fourth. Yeah.
No, six,
So,
I think.
I think
Is it fourth? No, it wasn't fourth. I think, I don't know.
fifth something.
He was,
He was one of the lower moons.
I will check it out.
He was
Yeah.
the least scary out of everyone.
I know, right?
Because he had the power of threads or strings, which I've seen in other anime. Like you see it in Akamega Kill, you see it in Get Backers. It's like very common, and others.
Yeah.
So you're like,
Get
okay,
Backers.
I've seen that
He's
before.
lower rank 5.
Lower rank 5. Okay. So like, oh, I've seen that before. Like that's not that's not, even though it makes sense because it's like webs and stuff, but still it doesn't scare me. So
Yeah, I mean, it's not an act. He doesn't look like a spider.
even
He
the
just has
sister,
webs
just
around
like the
him.
mother, the father, and the younger brother, or
Yeah.
the younger brother, I couldn't handle it. Holy shit. Fuck me. No.
I- okay, we should really put a photo of the younger brother here and see.
No.
Just to give people some
Nope.
context.
New.
So could you put a photo of the younger brother on your monitor, which usually shows a nice wallpaper?
Nope. No monitor this time. I changed my setup. But anyways,
Damn it.
thankfully, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that arc was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was a little. It was,
was
a little
the last
predictable for
arc,
me.
right?
Okay, see that part I could predict. Okay,
Yeah.
when the mother says there is one of the members of the moon
Oh,
here.
yeah, okay.
I was like, it can't be the big guy. This is a very obvious bait. It can't be the big
Yeah.
guy. And the big guy comes and whacks the hell out of them. And then I was like, is it the big guy? And then the small guy comes and I was like, it's this guy. It's Ryu, whatever his
Yeah,
name
you
is.
always see him standing like up on the webs, just looking down and observing everything. So
Yeah.
I already thought that he may be someone big. No, but I thought
Yeah.
you could. I thought you were saying you predicted the ending, like how it ended the arc.
No.
Hmm.
That was although that's not that you can't expect me to, because a lot of new information came to light
Yeah,
with that
yeah.
ending of the arc.
Yeah.
So there's no way anyone could have predicted it.
Nezuko's like
I mean-
ability to you didn't know. I didn't know she could help.
Yeah, like what the hell? Where the hell did that come from? And what's up with Nezuko in that part? Okay, she was so far she was just sitting in that box of hers, like, I have special powers that can burn demons.
Well, she
Am I
had
going to
blood
use it?
demon
No.
arts because she's a demon, right?
Yeah, but she didn't use that till that part. What, you have so many arcs before
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You
yeah.
have the first demon, then
It's
you have with Nezuko he has 2 different arcs before he
She
goes to the
fights.
spiders.
No, the first mission where they fucking meet Zenitsu, the fucking worst character. I fucking hate Zenitsu. He's so annoying. He cries all the time. My God, he's like, hey, Nezuko, hey. I'm like,
And they meet
fucking-
Inosuke over there as well.
Inosuke is cool as shit. But
Yeah,
fuck
Inosuke is really
Zenitsu. Bro, he cries. His voice is so annoying. My God, props to the voice actor for making the voice really annoying. But it's so fucking annoying. It hurts
Hey,
my
Zenitsu's
ears whenever
cool. I like
Zenitsu
Zenitsu.
speaks. Bro, Zenitsu is very good when he's sleeping. He's amazing
My
when he's
God.
sleeping.
I like Zenitsu.
They should just club him and keep him asleep all the time. They should not let him be awake.
Just put him in a coma and be like, yep, that's done.
Hey,
Oh my
Zenitsu
God.
is funny. He's like the comic relief. See, I like him being funny, but I don't like when he's annoying because he's too annoying. Even I get annoyed as a viewer.
Oh my God.
But he's funny.
That's supposed to be the whole point.
Even his
That's
pervy
what
side is
causes
funny.
the comic relief.
Yeah. Even his
Yeah.
pervy side is very funny. Yeah.
I actually have it's on this tab. I have a screenshot of Zenitsu that I took, which I put on Reddit, which says every woman has 2 thighs and something like that. But basically,
Yeah,
he
basically.
says some really weird perverted stuff. And
That's when they're at the training, right? At Kocho's house training. At the
the
insect
that time,
pillars. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, before that, I do like one thing about Demon Slayer. So if you remember that they fight that demon that kidnaps young women and eats them. There are actually 3 demons.
Oh,
and they pull them through the
first
water.
mission. The first mission. Yeah.
So they actually killed all the girls over there who were kidnapped.
That's true. Yeah.
I was not expecting that. I thought there would be some way to bring them back, and I was not expecting him to be like, oh look, these are all the little tokens, the souvenirs that I kept from these people that I killed.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, they're actually dead. I was like, what?
No,
you don't see that in manga. You don't see that in anime.
Yeah,
you don't have such consequences.
Yeah. That's true.
And I was very surprised. That was a very good move.
You also told me. I remember this when you started watching. You were like, dude, these demons are so fucked up. What? Because you didn't expect them to be so fucked up. Like you didn't expect the show to be so fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah. Demons are extremely fucked up. Like, oh my god, I can't even. Like you said, the spiders, those gave me nightmares, so I can imagine how bad it was for you.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
But even the demons with the horns, which pull people, even the first demon that they fight, even the giant ass demon with hands coming out of it, which he fights in the training arena. Ugh. I don't know, I don't like gross, slimy stuff.
Dude, even the first demon, like they keep like clacking their teeth all the time. Yeah. No, they keep like rubbing it, like I don't know, like it gives you like this. It gives you like a nails on a chalkboard feeling, you know.
Exactly. I think the author was just like, how do I annoy the hell out of people with this? Okay, you don't read the manga; it's all fine.
The mangaka, she has a crazy imagination. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, if it's in the manga, it's fine. But then some genius over there decided the most annoying thing would be to add to the bloody anime.
Oh my god!
And then all of us here are getting annoyed.
By the way, there may be some like background noise because like the walls in my house are really thin. So sorry about that. But I'll still try to speak loudly. Anyways.
No
dude.
problem.
That's it's. I think like I think I can say this now at this point. I think the anime makes the show much better. I think the anime improves on the manga a lot. Like, because we've read the manga and we've seen the anime.
Agreed.
And the show is so different when you're watching the anime. Like, it's so much better, I would say. I don't know why. Maybe, I don't think they slowed down the pacing.
Yeah, they definitely didn't. Both the anime and the manga are really fast paced.
Yeah, but I think the anime does such a good job at delivering the show like beautifully. I think it's these small details like we are talking about.
Yeah, I just don't agree with one thing that the anime did versus the manga. The flame pillar Rengoku.
Yes.
He looks different for me. For me, in the anime, he looks really weird. In the manga, he looks really good.
Oh, is it the color? I think you said you don't like the color. In manga, you can't see his color. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's the color. In the anime, he looks very out of place, but in the manga, he looks like a really good character.
He looks cool, yeah. No, I like him. I think he's just weirded out by his hair color. I think he's fine.
But it seems weirdly out of place in the manga. And I love the effects they use. The out of place effects. Sorry, not the manga, the anime. The out of place effects they use for the water and all that, for the lightning as well, for Zenitsu. So I like all that. But Rengoku seemed very out of place for me. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. It's cool to be. I didn't realize, but I don't know. Maybe you just don't like that hair color, like I said before.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like him. Even the colored version of the manga, I'm like, okay.
Oh, you like that? Oh, okay. Then I don't know what.
But the anime color seems very out of place. I don't know. I think they just messed up the.
I think the characters do look older in the anime because Tanjiro, like in the manga, he looks much younger, right? If you look at his face, like he looks much more mature in the anime.
Hey, I told you this right at the start. I was like, damn, Tanjiro looks like a middle-aged man who's going out on a mission. And you were like, sure, dude, he looks like a normal kid.
But then I read the manga and I was like, wait, he looks much younger in the manga. Like his face is rounder, like more like a kid, you know?
Yeah. And in the anime, even especially with the ponytail, he looks like his dad, basically.
Yeah, he does, dude. I think, but what do you think makes the anime so much better, like, than the manga? What do you think, like, because Kimetsu no Yaiba was first, like, I think, like, we agree, like, the anime is what made the manga popular, I think, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
I think one thing that really made it popular was that the manga messed up fight scenes, but the anime really choreographed them really well.
100%, yeah. I think that's a good point. I agree with that, yeah. The fight scenes are so beautiful in the anime. Like you were saying, the effects, right? Also, like the water and the lightning,
the water.
and like the movement and every like the 3D movement of the camera, like the dynamic movement. Even like you see the house.
Yeah,
Remember the house, right? The house.
You're talking about the demon with the tuck tuck.
Yeah,
tuck,
yeah,
tuck,
the
that
drums.
one? Yeah.
Oh, dude, that is
Yeah.
so cool. Like the fight scenes.
Yeah, I was going to talk about
that.
that as well. The animations there were insane. Like
Yeah.
you legit get confused about where you are.
Yeah.
So it really gives you that disoriented.
Gives you-
and I think it's a perfect setting for Inosuke to be animated there as well, because he's thrown into the chaos and he embraces it and starts running around. So the way they animated him jumping around there was also really well done.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's a perfect place to introduce Inosuke, and I think I think the mangaka did a really good job with that, and it worked out pretty. In the anime, they just enhanced upon it and made it better.
Yeah,
right.
Crazy. They made it much better.
Even I think they did the movements in 3D, like because it looks like that, right? It looks like a 3D background.
They had to
3D
have,
model
because
that they're moving
it's
around.
way too complicated to be that 2D, right?
But what's cooler was, dude, the Muzan's place with the house which is currently switching with the shamisen player. Holy shit, that looks beautiful in the anime. Come on.
I have one gripe about that. It's basically the same thing. This guy is using drums on his body and this woman is playing the shamisen. It's basically the same thing.
Well,
why reuse an idea like that?
Yeah, that it is.
Huh?
No, but it is the same thing actually. But no, I think she can create it, but he can't create it, right? Because he was bound to that house. Like
he was basically creating rooms in the house, wasn't he?
No,
because he was moving things around and
in the house. But he wasn't. But like, if you, it's like. If we talk about the ending of the manga, sorry for the spoiler, but she can create. You know what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. Even this guy, he moves walls around and he opens up a long passage.
He didn't create the house from nothing. He was bound to the house and he was doing it within that house. Because each drum had a certain function for the house, right? That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying it's still the same idea. It's a musical instrument that controls space and time.
Yeah, that's a small difference, but that is
space.
true. That is true, yeah.
Like they could have come up with something better. Or they could have kept the shamisen woman prop the same and changed this guy to have something else.
This guy, yeah. No, but I think this guy's story and that arc was really interesting also. I think it worked well.
Now, is it just me? Or I'm going to ask a really controversial question here. Do you think like a Hitler type of story was the inspiration for these demons?
What?
Some of these demons.
Why would you ask that?
Because they want to be recognized for their art, and they're not recognized for their art, and they shit on for their art, and then they instantly go on a rampage killing people.
The demons?
Yeah, like the drums guy. He wanted to play the drums for a living, and then his dad, I think, was like, "You're never going to do that. You suck at it." And then he straight up kills him.
No, yeah, it's just people with messed up like past and histories.
All of them have some relation to art. Why?
Who get relief because Muzan like helps them, I guess.
But why do they all have a relation to art is my question.
Do all of them have a relation to art?
Well, two of them do. One is the drums guy.
Yeah.
And the other is the...
Like the mother, I don't think she had any relation to art. I don't think the guy in the training, that guy had any relation to art.
No, that guy, not that guy.
Even the three
drums,
like
and
the
someone was writing
people.
something. I forgot who it was.
I don't see the Hitler connection. I'm trying to think about.
It's just like they couldn't be appreciated for their art, so they went around killing people. Maybe if somebody appreciated their art, they would have shut up and not done evil shit.
That's all you. I can't find a connection actually. No, I am actually trying. I can't find a connection to it. It's not making sense to me.
I edit this part out. Oops, I said nothing.
No, keep it. It's your opinion. Anyways. Maybe someone else will really be like, yes, Brew is right. Sid is just dumb. He doesn't understand.
No, maybe someone will be looking at it and be like, yes, I'm not the only fucked up one in this world. There is someone equally fucked up or more fucked up.
Probably, yeah. But this thing... all the demons do have this thing, right? They have something that was unfulfilled and they had some issue in their life, and Muzan was like, I shall help you, I shall give you immortality, and in return you shall eat humans and kill, I guess. That's all.
Yeah, Muzan is like a dumb bitch.
Dude, Muzan is like, wow, what a villain, huh? That they created.
Yeah.
By the way, my brother.
Okay, hold on. Before we go to the manga,
Okay,
by the way, your brother.
Yeah, my brother my brother also started watching Kimetsu no Yaiba, right? And he finished the manga. It was the first manga he read. My brother is now officially a weeb.
Yes,
I have turned him. Yes, he still can't pronounce Muzan's name properly.
Why is it so hard to say Muzan?
No, he says.
Does he say Kuzan?
He says Muzan Kibitsuji, Muzan Titibushi, or something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either. I just call him Muzan.
Kibutsuji. But yeah,
Oh,
it's very
Kibutsuji.
funny how he says it.
I'm going to forget that.
Anyways.
Yeah, okay. Before we go to the manga, let's talk about Mugen Train.
Are we going to
Now,
talk about
as a surprise
Mugen
to
Train?
all of you, we have watched the movie
In
in the manga.
we've read the part because so that's what happens exactly after the manga ends, after the anime ends, right?
Yeah.
So the anime ends,
Literally them jumping on the
and
train.
then it ends with them jumping on the train, and then we're like, oh, next season is going to be the train. But apparently now they released a movie, which is like the biggest thing ever. Which is like it's
Well, the arc is small enough to be fit into a 2-hour movie because it's so fast paced,
yeah, it's so fast paced. No, I thought at first when I heard the movie was being honest, like, wait, it's gonna be like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I don't know how long the movie is, but I'm like, wait, how are they? Because for me the train arc was very small, you know. I was like, wait, how are they gonna fit the whole like such a small arc into a movie? Will they need to like add some filler content? Because for me, I thought it was too small. But then I was thinking, okay, maybe the part where they like spoilers, the part where they like dream and stuff. I think that will be extended.
I'm pretty sure they'll exaggerate on that.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was like,
oh my god, you're definitely going to see Tanjiro sitting with his entire family going, I don't want to leave.
Exactly. No, but
And then-
if we talk about that part, right? First of all, let's talk about how good the movie is doing. Like the movie is doing fucking crazy, right? Like holy shit.
Yes,
thank
you. I made it myself.
Made like billions in like 3 days something. In 3 days or something. It's like biggest box office hit. Literally saved. It's the best thing that happened in 2020 for sure. And also
for Kimetsu no Yaiba fans, I think if you're not a fan of Kimetsu no Yaiba, you probably don't have any hope in your life anyway.
It has an amazing song like Homura by Lisa, who also sang Gurenge, which is the opening, which I fucking love, which Brew doesn't love that much.
Thank you. For once you didn't say hate. I'm appreciative.
Yeah. No, you told me you don't like it. You didn't say you hate it. You said you're not, it's not like you.
Yeah,
you
but
said
then
you
usually
you said okay. Wait, you said you like the song, but it's not like the best thing ever.
Yeah, but then usually when I say that in V101 terms, you are like, bro, hates
Brew
it.
hates it. No, but hey, I really like the song. It's a cool anime song. And even Homura, the new one, I don't think you've heard it. It's a really good song.
I haven't heard it.
Yeah. So that's doing well. And dude, I just saw like today, I told you about it in the morning. Like people who go to watch it in the theater, they're getting like the manga. They're getting a manga for free. Are you shitting me? Like what the fuck, dude? I need that shit in my life. You know,
don't we
the
all?
manga that they get is apparently Rengoku's first mission.
Oh.
Yeah, it's apparently about his first mission.
Hey, I want to know about that.
I know, right?
I thought they just got the manga version of the movie. I didn't know they got specially made manga.
Fucking beautiful marketing for the film. And apparently the Tokyo Tower lit up before the premiere of the movie, like it was red. What the fuck, Japan? Come on. Don't make us feel like shit over here.
Don't worry. We barely got Weathering with You over here. I'm pretty sure we're not going to get...
Yeah, dude. We need anime films here, dude. Come on. Like...
Yeah, it's a huge market.
So many people...
But see, the problem is...
Dude, Weathering with You... Remember, it came during the Japanese Film Festival. Like, it was before I came back to India. But... If you look at the shows, they were all sold out. They were all full. We couldn't find a ticket. Yeah. Like, come on, that's enough signs showing that like we need anime films here in India.
No, see, the only thing I don't like about anime. Okay, no offense to any Indians who do this, but I don't want Hindi dubbed anime.
Oh no, please don't do that. No, I understand dub. I understand why people need it. It of course gets more fans, but it's just a personal thing. I don't need it.
Like the voice is all off and it's so...
And if like most dubs are not recorded professionally. They're just recorded in rooms, like
Yeah.
with a guy just saying it.
Yeah.
So like the soundtrack is not like separately sent. You know, it's not professionally done in a studio. That's why most
And
dubs
there
are
is
shit.
no emotion to the
Yeah.
voice. The voices are like. Have you heard any English dub? Actually, it's like even in Death Note, it's like L. I shall figure out a way to beat you.
Dude.
I am Kira. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, we probably
yo,
saw
what
like
the hell?
shitty
What the
fan
hell is
dubs.
up with that?
Yeah, no, but there are like all the Ghibli movies that are done by Disney in English, like they're properly dubbed because they get like good actors and they do it in
Yeah, but
studios
that's
professionally.
Ghibli and Disney because they have the
so like
power.
that kind of dubbing works, right? But like,
I know, right? That kind of dubbing does work.
but like here, like what the fuck? Yeah, I don't understand. Like, because we grew up watching like Hindi dubbed anime like as kids, and that was like trash. That was like the lowest of the low, you know.
What will Weathering with You even be in Hindi?
I
Barish
don't know.
Tere Saath.
No, but I think Weathering with You was what the fuck, Barish Tere. Barish Tere. Tenki no Ko, dude. Tenki no Ko. What will Tenki no Ko
Hindi?
be? Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's Barish Tere
Barish
Saath.
Tere Saath. Yeah. Barish ka bachcha.
My God.
No, but anyways, this thing. No, it was. What was I saying? Fuck, dude. Fuck
Technically,
my
she's
head up.
technically a sun woman, not a brain
Oh
woman,
yeah,
but
yeah,
still.
yeah, yeah. No, what were you saying, dude? Like, you messed up my
Talking
head.
about
Fuck.
talking about dubs and how bad they are.
Yeah, no. So there are good and bad dubs, but Hindi dubs, in our experience, like in anime, most of them have been terrible. If they're done professionally,
Yeah, I mean-
they may work, but I don't think there's a market and anyone's gonna finance that. If they do, it'll be fucking amazing because India is a big market, and I think anime can, like, if anime becomes big in India, I'd fucking love it. But yeah, they'd also
Yeah, I
get
mean,
a lot from
for a
it.
huge subcontinent in Asia, we don't have any Asian influence.
Yeah, exactly.
The most we have are Hakka noodles.
I know, right? Which aren't
We don't
really
have-
Hakka,
like, we
which
don't-
isn't really Hakka food. It's just our version of it, I would say. But yeah,
Yeah, and we have like momos, which are sort of dumplings.
they're dumplings. They're more like Tibetan influence. But yeah,
Yeah, so we don't have any Asian influence. It's very sad. We should be together with Asia, the rest of Asia. We should be spreading ideas back and forth.
know,
But
right?
instead, we are. Huh?
I know, right? That's what I said.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were suggesting some weird thing. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
But
dude.
anyway, Mugen Train.
Yeah.
What do you think of that arc?
Yeah, so the movie is doing beautifully, and like even though the arc, like when I read it, the arc does have like a painful ending and everything. Even though it wasn't my favorite arc, and I can see why the movie would be so good, because like even though when we read the manga, I was more excited watching the anime than the manga. So and I know it's still Ufotable that's making the film. So I know the film will look like much better, and you've seen the trailer, like it does look fucking beautiful.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited to see Rengoku's powers in the
Yeah. And
the film.
that's why I know the film will do much better than the actual manga, because like when I read the manga, I was like, okay, then it did get exciting, like, but like I'm not a fan of, like, personally I'm not a fan of like dream sequences. I get really bored when people go into dreams and imagine past, because that's happened like so many times in so many animes. Like you're trapped in a dream and you're thinking about your childhood and you just escape out of it, and I'm like, man, I'm fucking bored, just fucking escape out of it already. Come on.
My God.
Like, get to the fucking action. Come on, don't fucking
Well, maybe
give me fillers.
Maybe even the producers of the film were like, I don't want more dream sequences. Make it a movie. I'm not seeing one whole season of them in a dream.
Yeah, dude, I was like, come, like, also like while watching while reading, I was also watching this show called Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beast. It's like a kids animation show on Netflix. So even there, like, these characters go in a dream sequence and they're dreaming, and at the same, like, what the fuck, like, it's literally happening everywhere. Like, stop, just get out of it. But yeah,
My God.
except that it was really good, like, because before that, I hope they do this in the anime. They had the scene where they have all the lower moons,
Yeah.
and Muzan basically like assassinates all of them one by one. I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like, you're getting rid of all the moons? Are you shitting me? Because I thought there'd be like
Well,
individual arcs and it would go on for longer, like any shonen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's one of the minus points of Kimetsu no Yaiba. They had so much more potential, but yeah.
Yeah, but they just noped out all the lower moons. They're like, nope, and then she gives the blood to like that guy. I forgot his name. Wait.
Yeah.
By the way, I have like the wiki open because I'm terrible at remembering character names, so I just have the character page open, so I can see his.
I closed the wiki. I forgot about the wiki. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so they have the guy Enmu, yeah. So they give Enmu. He's the lower rank one, so I think they give him. He becomes more powerful because of the blood, and he goes on the train. And basically, Enmu's ability is to induce dreams, right?
Yeah, basically.
And there was, and it's just basically him just putting them in dreams, and then I think there are other humans, and he like basically blackmails or threatens them.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Before this, since Sid's brother was the first one who read the manga, I remember this very clearly. He was like, look at this demon, it has TB, and you were like, what? That's a spoiler. Don't give me a spoiler. And I was sitting back and I was wondering, why does a demon have TB? They're literally immortal. They can't have TB. It literally cures them of any illness. And then that human comes up with TB and he's about to die. I'm like, it's the human.
It's a human, yes.
This guy, this dumbass said the demon has TB.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, so I think he tells us children, like, because us children have like really shit lives, so he's like, oh, I'll give you good dreams if you do this for me, because like all of them are suffering, especially the one with TB. And he's like, and they're like, okay, we'll do whatever you want, just give us good dreams. Basically, that's what it's about. And basically, he induces, like, he just waits for them to fall asleep, I think. And all of them.
And then he gets something tied onto their hands.
Yeah.
And they have to go into they have to destroy the core, their spiritual core or something.
He has to destroy their spiritual core. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, so basically, you have to destroy their spiritual core I just got confused in my head right now. I'm going to go off on another tangent, sorry. But I remembered another thing I recently saw that has this dream-induced shit in it.
God, what?
I was watching JoJo's, okay? And there is this clown, there's this clown card avatar basically takes you in his dream and like...
Makes sense that there's a clown in JoJo saying how the whole thing is a joke.
God. Yes, Brew. Now, this is where Brew hates on anime. But anyways,
my God.
I was watching the second season and that's where like... So this clown takes them into their dream and tries to kill them in the dream. And when they wake up, it's like this baby, okay? It's like this little baby who's card is like of the clown. So basically once you sleep, his power can enter your like dreams, and like he can basically, it's like Inception, he can manipulate your dreams. Like he takes one guy, Paul Naref, he takes him in like this amusement park. He takes all of them in an amusement park basically, and he can manipulate it anyway and try to kill them basically, this clown card. And none of them know it's a baby, and they're going around with this baby trying to deliver him to a hospital or something. I don't remember because I saw it a while ago. But again, it was this dream shit.
Nice.
And dream sequences always, I don't know, dude, I get so bored because I'm like, come on, just fucking wake up and realize that you're dreaming, Like, I always get bored. But anyways.
Well, in defense of Mugen Train, they do realize it pretty quick. It's not like they're stuck
that's
there.
A good point. They thankfully they didn't stay in it for very long, because like even Tanjiro was like, yo, there's no way like they would be so fucking the dream. It's not possible. I've accepted this shit. And they said that Demon Slayers, like their soul, what is it called? It's
the spiritual core, right?
Yeah,
I think that's
the core. It's harder to get there because usually they realize it faster, right? That's what he told the kids.
Yeah.
So, but it was still a pretty cool arc. I enjoyed it more than other dream arcs that I've read and watched. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
Because
but I think that's because they don't they don't drag it on for too long. It's pretty quick.
Yeah, the weird demon creature comes, that disgusting demonic creature comes from the back of the train, and by that time I think Rengoku wakes up. Nezuko is also like awake. Nezuko is actually awake. She tries to wake the rest of them up, right?
Yeah,
which is very cool.
Nezuko isn't affected, and she burns the ropes that
Yeah,
are
she
tied
burns
to
the
their
ropes
hands.
that are tied to their hands, and she tries to wake. She basically saves all of them in the end. But I think Rengoku wakes up, and then he's like, "I'll handle the 5 carriages in the back, and the rest of you all go in front. Like handle the 5 carriages in the front, right?"
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this guy's like powerful. He's like, he's gonna handle all 5 of them. You know, like what? And he's like, oh, you underlings of my new weaklings, just go to all the 5 in the front. But I was like,
Well,
but wouldn't I was like, okay, but wouldn't the demon be in front? Why would you send them in front? That's what I was thinking about in the first place. But I guess he wanted to face that disgusting creature at the back, so that's why he went there. I guess he sensed that, probably. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, as one of the pillars, he should have gone closer.
Mm-hmm.
But there wasn't really any bad consequence, was there? All they had to do was cut the neck of the demon, the front of the train.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much it, right? Even if they failed, they would just continue doing it until they eventually succeeded. There was no problem, was there?
No, there was.
I don't remember.
They were never in grave danger, I think. Except they like.
Yeah, only when their
you feel
scores
bad.
Were going to be destroyed. Otherwise, they were fine. I think,
You
through
feel
the whole
bad
arc.
for the kids, I guess, who are suffering
Yeah.
and trying to, because they are being like manipulated in such a way. But usually,
Yeah.
I don't think there's a bad consequence. Like their lives are in like grave danger in that whole thing, except when they destroy us in the end. But the whole arc that happens, the train goes pretty well, and even when Tanjiro goes on top and actually sees Enmu.
Yeah.
And like the first time, like Tanjiro slices his throat like easily, right? Like so fast.
Yeah.
And after that, he's still alive,
That was
obviously,
very
because he is the train. Like that is the Mugen. Like
Yeah.
he is the train, right? And then he has these weird tentacles. I don't know what to call it. But but like you see
He manages
Zenitsu.
it somehow.
But Zenitsu, like, you can't put Zenitsu to sleep, you know, right? Like, you're making a mistake
Yeah,
there.
that's
I was like,
true.
what?
That's definitely a mistake.
Like, you're putting Zenitsu
He
to
somehow
sleep.
gave him exactly what he needed.
Exactly. So, Zenitsu did pretty well that arc. Like, he was asleep, so I didn't get annoyed. Like, I was reading, I was like, okay, this is nice. And I wasn't annoyed by Zenitsu in the manga because you can't hear his annoying voice.
That's true.
Yeah,
You
so
can't.
Zenitsu is cool in the manga. But,
No, I don't like how they did us dirty at the end of the arc.
dude,
But for a specific reason that to not
can we
only-
just say it? Can we just say
spoiler
it?
alert.
Yeah, just.
Yeah, major spoiler
So
alert. Rengoku dies.
Yeah. So wait, before you finish your, like, I don't think they showed enough of Rengoku at all to justify killing him. But you can continue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I wanted. Because you see this guy, they set it up in such a good way. Right? He's like, oh, he's the flame pillar.
right?
He can help you understand this flame dance and the breath of the, sun and all
exactly,
that.
yeah.
And then he just dies. I'm like, what the hell did you introduce him for? What was that? All that build up for? What? And it's so random. Even though Muzan sent the only lower rank demon to kill them, he was like, well, I don't trust you. I don't trust that guy. Why don't you go along with them? Like, what the hell? Why does that make sense? And how is he at that exact spot where the train? Okay, he's a demon. He can run fast, but is he really faster than a train?
Yeah, he sends Akaza, right? That's his name. The upper rank 2, I think he sends.
Yeah.
Dude.
But what the hell is that?
No, 3. Sorry, the upper rank 3. 2 is the guy who fights Kocho in the end. But anyways, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? What the hell is that?
Yeah, dude, I was like,
I don't get it.
Dude, I was so confused there, like, because I expected there to be much more with him. I was like, okay, like Rengoku's been introduced, such a good character. He's helping, like, Tanjiro is gonna train under him, learn about the breath of. I think that's where she baited us. She's like, you think there's gonna be a future with this amazing character?
It's just a waste. From a storytelling perspective, it's a waste of a character.
Yeah.
Because you're building them up to set your own viewers down for failure. What the hell is the point of that?
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry.
And specifically after they said that breath of the sun and flame breath and all that, you have to be very careful about the terminology because each thing is different, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, exactly.
And not to mention that Rengoku's dad tore down all the books and Rengoku is the only one with that knowledge.
Oh yeah, my god, yeah, exactly. So, sorry, my throat is a little. So, yeah, Rengoku's.
We are not affected by corona, I promise.
No. I am just allergic to dust. Anyways, so what were you saying? Sorry.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
We're talking about Rengoku.
Rengoku's
and his
dad.
dying.
Yeah, he's the only one who knew it, and even his brother is like not sure. By the way, so many times in the manga, I'm like, is that Rengoku or his dad? They look similar. But
Yeah,
anyway.
they look very similar. Yeah.
Yeah. No, after that, yeah, and even after they meet Rengoku's dad, like Tanjiro basically gets nothing. Like that whole part, like was useless
Yeah.
for him, right?
Yeah,
He gets nothing out of it.
He was in touch with Rengoku's brother. That's literally all. That's literally all.
That's
And that
literally
doesn't
all.
help him in any
I
way,
think
really. It just
it was
sends
just
him-
like for sympathy points, like oh he died, meet his family, learn more about him and how great he was. I think that's just what it
Yeah.
was, right?
Why not at least make him teach Tanjiro a little bit, and then have him die because the demon comes out to finish them off or something? I don't know, man. They could have done so much.
Yeah, they
with
could have
it.
done like the whole manga, right? The whole show seemed like she was on a timer and she had to finish it because it's like everything is going so fast. It's so fast paced. Like if it could have, I don't know why she was in like such a hurry. Like by the way, the manga is by Gotoge. Wait, I forgot the first name. Koyoharu Gotoge. Yeah, she's the mangaka.
Okay.
So it's apparently a signature is just an alligator, so people don't know if it's the gender, but recently people have been saying it's a woman, so yeah, that's why. That's what I'm saying now, according to the information I have, but I'm not sure. It can be anyone. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, yeah, dude, she could have gone like longer. It could have gone on for years. It could have become like a really big manga. I don't know why she had to finish it so fast.
Yeah, I mean, she was. It did seem like she was in a lot of hurry.
Yeah.
Because
Like right after
like, first of all,
what we complete.
First of all, Rengoku dies. And then immediately after that, they just jump into this next big arc.
Yeah.
And then immediately after that, they just jump into another big arc.
No, immediately, yeah, they immediately after that they jump into the wind, the sound Hashira's
Yeah.
arc. Holy shit, that was like, let me just look for his Uzui, yeah, Uzui's arc.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like that arc was cool. I did like
That arc was
that
really
arc
cool.
was really. I think that
I got baited like crazy in that arc.
yeah. Wait, I think that's my favorite arc from the show. But yeah, now you can tell what you want. Now you can say what you want to say.
I got baited like when she was like, hey, Nicha, they're bullying me. I was like,
Yeah, I was like,
I'm like, what? Like, excuse me? Hey, but they should not have lived, man. They should not have lived in that situation. They should have died.
Who?
Because I'm talking about Tanjiro and Zenitsu
oh yeah,
and all.
oh dude, oh shit,
How did they live?
was so dude that was so freaking brutal, dude. Like all of them took so much fucking like so in the it's a very cool arc. So in the beginning you're like, this guy's like, oh, my 3 wives are like undercover, and Zenitsu's like, what the fuck, you have 3 wives, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
And that's hilarious. And then even when Zenitsu was like a Oiran geisha, like whatever, dressed up as one
Yeah.
of them, I was like, and his expressions, like they show this arc of like this montage in the manga of them like suffering, and like Tanjiro being like all nice, and he's like, oh, such a
Yeah.
obedient girl. And even
I'm so strong.
even
Carries everything.
And Inosuke also like, oh, she's so beautiful. Wow.
Yeah, okay, can we talk about Inosuke's face?
He's
man?
a pretty
Like,
boy.
God damn it.
Yeah, he's a pretty boy.
Pretty boy indeed.
I know, right? I was surprised. But Inosuke.
Okay, and even okay, and, like just jumping forward a little bit. I forgot his name, Haganezawa, I think, the guy who makes Tanjiro's
Oh
sword.
yeah.
Look, did you see that guy's face?
Oh dude, it is hilarious.
Dude, Kimetsu no Yaiba has the most handsome men on the planet, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was like, why is he wearing like a mask? Yeah, Kimetsu no Yaiba really fucking.
Yeah, yes, the,
the
mask, which is
yeah.
hilarious. But then underneath that, he has like that's a pretty man.
They always do this. Do they bait us like this? But yeah, Inosuke is
right?
and
It all started with Haku from Naruto.
I know. They all look so good as like Oirans or
was
Maiko or whatever
supermodels.
they are. Yeah, they look.
For people living in old Japan with bloody demons attacking you 24/7,
Yeah.
they're too perfect. Especially Inosuke, because Inosuke is wearing that goddamn mask and he's moving his swords
Yeah.
around. Are you telling me there isn't a single scratch on his face?
No, I think what she did is she made the perfect like ratio of like this is how beautiful the characters look, and proportionally that's exactly how fucked up the demons look. I think that's what she did.
That makes sense. That makes sense. She's like, so the author's idea of like beauty is there, and then it's like the terrible, horrible shit is here.
Proper
so
opposites.
It just works somehow.
Yeah, it works very well.
Oh my god.
Because even all of them look like pretty good if you talk about all the Hashira and everyone, right? No,
Yeah,
but
of
even
course.
and that's and like you see this and you're like you see like that whole arc, right? It's so fucked up because you know she's the one who's eating like the I forgot her name, like the demon. I think she's the she's one of the upper moons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, is is she 6? Is she upper moon 6? Oh yeah,
Not
it's
6.
Daiki and Gyotaro, yeah, upper moon 6, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, okay.
yeah,
Six,
so her
okay.
name is Daki and Gyutaro, yeah. So
Yeah.
so I look at Daki and I'm like, oh okay, like she's first of all she's crazy freaking strong. Like
Yeah, that's true. She is crazy strong.
dude, I'll give a tip to the mangaka here. She's drawn that arc so beautifully, like her kimono, like her sashes,
Yeah.
the patterns and all. Because there are many scenes like that's basically her weapon. It's drawn so
Yeah.
beautifully, dude. Like the detail on that, like for the whole arc, must have taken a lot of
Okay,
hard
I'm
work. Holy shit, that blew my mind.
I'm going to steer the conversation away from that for just a minute.
Okay,
I don't like those characters for one reason.
okay.
They are basically Sakon and Yukon. Sakon and Yukon. You remember Sakon and Yukon?
Nope.
Naruto.
I-
Sakon and Yukon, the two guys in one body, where one comes out whenever they need it. They can separate or they can join.
I don't remember this.
Kiba fights them. What? You don't remember
No,
Sakon
I
and
think I
Yukon?
forgot.
Okay, just check it out.
Huh.
I'll wait. Just look at the
Sakon and
Look at the
Ukon.
wiki. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I remember. Yes. Okay, this makes sense. I see that.
They reminded
it's
these-
one body,
these
but
guys
it's like
remind-
a head behind. Oh, yes. I think I know what
Yeah,
you're talking
and they can
about.
separate into two
Yeah, they
bodies.
can. Yeah,
and they
yeah,
can
yeah.
separate it. I was like,
Oh, it's
okay,
it's the
this is-
Orochimaru, the one of the cursed. Okay.
Yeah, one of the
that
cursed
makes
ones,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Haha.
I was like, these guys are just copying the hell out of them. It's like, that's not cool.
Yeah, but I think these guys like Daki and Daki was much more interesting than Sakon and Ukon.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure. Sakon and Yukon are also good characters.
Yeah, they were good, but I think these guys had much more history, and like it
Yeah,
was.
they had more history.
Yeah.
It's
No,
very
but their
fucked up. It's
relationship- their
I am
relationship is
your
so
brother
fucked up.
And you're my sister. I shall protect you, but I hate you at the same time.
relationship
How
is
dare
so-
you exist?
Well, even you hate your sister, don't you?
No, not in the way they. I wouldn't go abuse her and beat the hell
Oh yeah,
out
of
of her.
course not. No, not demon level aggression. I'm just saying like
Yeah.
the normal like sibling emotions that you share, right?
That didn't seem like normal sibling emotion.
Well,
That's the problem.
It was very exaggerated when they were demons, but in the end, like towards when like they died, it became normal again, right?
Yeah, they became normal. That's
Yeah.
true.
No, but that part was fucked, dude. I was like, 'cause, look, they have such a hard time fighting him. Like, first of all,
That's true.
Uzui is like trying so hard. First of all, Uzui is cool. Like his blades are fucking
Yeah,
cool
he's
as
damn
shit.
cool.
Like,
Doesn't he lose a hand or something in that arc?
yeah, I think he loses his hand. It
Yeah.
gets cut off. Like, dude, like her kimono sashes, like the ones that absorb people or whatever, so crazy powerful. I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's fucking crazy. How they gonna live? And Tanjiro tries so hard again, leveling up, popping rare candies. I don't know how, like crazy, learning new
In
moves
the
every
middle of the
fucking
fight,
time. Yeah, and Nezuko ages by like 20 years. I'm like, okay, Nezuko is like a woman now, equal, like older than Daki. I think I don't know how that happened.
Yep.
To Nezuko,
Well, they had to. You can't make hentai if the character can't grow in age. You know, that's
my
why. So
god,
they
I
were
don't
like,
want to read Nezuko.
She's
hentai.
old now. She's old.
That's the thing, dude.
Hey, if
They always do.
not
weird
even
shit.
Nezuko hentai when she's old, huh?
Well, no.
Confused boner there. Huh?
Yeah, that is her slash confused. I'm like, Well, no,
But
but
yeah.
this thing, even if you see, fuck, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, even if you start talking about hentai, I'm like, what the fuck? I lost track of what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I'm totally not thinking about hentai right now. Anyways, let's continue. Yeah, so,
Anyway.
dude, they took so much damage that fight. I was like, no way they're gonna survive.
Yeah,
And
they took
Zenith,
so much.
like even Inosuke and Zenitsu are like continuously getting like beat. You see so many blood, like blood flying here, blood flying there, blood.
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah. And Inosuke gets like a giant ass cut, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's not like he's like severely injured.
I don't know how they survive. I don't know. I have no idea how
Yeah,
they
yeah.
survive, dude. And they all keep
And
like
I have no
leveling
idea
up.
how yeah, and I don't know how they came back to life that quickly. They came back to health that quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
It was pretty quick.
And like, so that's another thing that I realized during that arc. Like when you read manga, right, it's not time based, it's not animated, so the manga has to do a really good job of animating like fighting scenes specifically. And I think that's where I would say this manga lacks, because like the fight scenes are so confusing. First of all, it's very hard to follow, even though we kind of managed to
confusing.
somehow. And it doesn't feel like it has a flow or it has a direction. It just seems like things are happening one after the other, panel wise. I don't
Basically.
know. I think the fight scenes could have been done way better. I don't
I think a lot of it is left to your imagination.
yeah,
more
exactly.
than
Yeah,
being
it
explained.
was very
is not necessarily
confusing.
a good
There's
thing.
too much. It was so confusing. Like it's very difficult to follow.
Yeah, it is very difficult to follow.
I don't know if we're just
Especially
stupid
me,
or
because
what.
I can't
but
really picture it in my head. And
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there like,
I don't know. Maybe I'm just too stupid for it. But it was
it's like, okay,
it was very
sword
difficult.
swung, someone got
yeah,
hurt.
someone got
Okay,
cut
that's
and
all I
this
know.
guy's back again, and then they're still fighting, and then the brother is from here fighting and he's still alive. Okay, I understood the last, like how they died. That was really cool. Like the combo, like together, how they killed her. Like that was still cool. But it was the whole fight scene was mostly a haze for me, like with a few details. What do you think?
Most of the fight scenes are like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember most. Jumping ahead again, I only remember the first moon.
Oh, he's cool as
I remember
shit.
that guy's
yeah,
fight.
Yeah.
I mean, that was also confusing as all hell, but it was actually
Yeah, it
really
was
cool.
but no, I still understood that, because you still understand. Dude. Okay, let's talk about arc wise. So after that arc ends, they have the arc where he goes to the hidden secret village, right?
Swordsman, yeah.
Yeah. And that's where they get attacked. The big attack starts there, right? That's where the mist pillar, who's cool as hell, Tokito. He's really cool, right?
Yeah.
I like Tokito. And
Yeah.
Kanroji,
Even the other pillar.
the love pillar, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
by the way, Jessica Nigri did a cosplay in front of Mount Fuji in an onsen of Kanroji, and it looks amazing. Go check out Jessica Nigri if you know. She's an amazing cosplayer. You should look at Jessica Nigri's Kanroji cosplay, by the way. You'll really like it, bro. Bro is looking at the
My
cosplay
God.
right now. You can check it out, guys who don't know about it. Yeah, but she does some amazing cosplays. I don't know why I'm talking about Jessica Nigri, but yeah, she's a really good cosplayer.
Yeah, like what the hell? Where did Jessica Nigri come from?
Hey, but I just remembered her cosplay.
Oh yeah.
It looks really beautiful. We are giving dead air.
Reddit comment. I should start watching Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Yeah. Dead air. Anyways, Bruce done looking at Jessica Nigri.
Done. Yes.
Anyways.
I am done indeed.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
dude, that was like really that arc elevated next, because first he was training right with the pillar, like they were training in the forest with that puppet, and there was that little kid. I was
Yep,
like,
yep, the
okay,
puppet, yeah.
another training arc until the next. See, at this point, when they were there, I was like, I expected the manga to go on for way longer. I was like, okay, another moon is gonna come. They're gonna fight that moon. One by one, all the six, like you know how manga usually goes.
Of course.
I don't know if I'm.
You thought it would be 6 more arcs.
Yeah, I thought there'll be more than 6
At
arcs.
least.
That's what I expected as a whatever level V by. I just expected that because that's what we're used to in manga. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's what we expected, right? But then like it goes from 0 to 100 over here. They have like
Yeah, and I don't like the way it goes, because how come they suddenly found the village now of all times? Right as Tanjiro goes to get his sword fixed.
Yeah, exactly.
That time, exactly, they're like, oops, I attacked.
And they're just that I'm like, no, and even dude, all the fights are so brutal, which is still cool, but like holy shit, like these pillars, like, and the demons are like so strong, like what the fuck, and the demons just tear them apart.
Again, another thing that I have a complaint about, Tokito gets stuck in a water prison. Sound familiar to you? Water prison?
Water prison?
Zabuza. Water prison.
Zabuza. Okay, I was like, yo, is he referencing like Airbender or some shit? Okay, Zabuza. Yeah.
That works too. Too. But yeah, Zabuza's holding Kakashi in his water prison, and it's almost the exact same thing that happens here. Think about it. The main guy is caught in a water prison. The little underlings have to do all the work.
Oh yeah, that is true.
And in the end, they manage to get this thing done.
Get him out. Yeah. Dude, that was very true. And also, we see Genya for the first time there, right? Or do we see him?
Yeah, for the first time. But
does Genya start fighting there? We learn about him there, right?
Genya does. I don't think Genya is in that.
Oh, he comes at the last arc then.
He comes after. He comes afterwards.
Oh, because Tanjiro becomes
Genya
friends
comes
with
in
him
the spider arc.
No, Genya comes in the spider arc, but when does Tanjiro become friends with him? Because before that, he just hates everyone. I think that's where we see Genya, and he becomes.
Oh yeah.
He comes there for his sword, right? Also.
My bad. Yeah,
and that's where we learn about him. He's a cool character, but
he comes there for his pistol.
His pistol. Even he's such a weird character. Like he has to eat, but it's a cool power. Like Genya is cool, but I was like, yo, that was still pretty weird for me. But I like that. Yeah, Genya is cool. He just has brother issues, I guess.
A lot of brother issues.
Yeah, a lot of brother issues because of Shinazugawa. I just saw his name. I forgot. Shinazugawa.
Oh my God.
I'll call him Sanemi because of Sanemi, who's the wind Hashira, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But he does explain that he just wanted Genya to live a normal life and not suffer like.
Yeah, exactly. He was being a good brother. Yeah, but Genya always was, give me attention. I need your attention, Nissan. Yeah. Anyway, but that arc like flew away. Who are the main pillars in that arc? Like the main moons?
Tokito and main moons. It was the guy who comes from the pot.
Oh, Gyokko. Yeah. The guy who comes from the pot. Yeah. I remember.
And the guy who can change his size and split into multiple guys.
Han Tengu. Yeah. Okay, I opened it. Yeah, dude, these were the craziest demons. I was like, what the fuck? That was crazy. Like they were.
Yeah, I still think the first one was the craziest.
No, I don't mean like power wise. I mean appearance wise.
Yeah, have you seen the first one?
I love how he looks. It's not creepy. The guy who comes out of pot looks so fucking weird. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Even the small guy,
the
who's actually like a little guy, the little moon.
Yeah.
He also looks so fucked. I was like, what the fuck? No, but this arc went from 0 to 100, right? They kept fighting each other. We saw some cool abilities of the mist pillar and stuff, and even dude, this thing, Kanroji, the love Hashira, her sword. It reminded me of it's Bleach, the snake guy. His sword is exactly like that.
I don't remember. What's his name?
He was who is the main Aizen? Who's Aizen's second in command? The guy who looks like a snake basically. What's his name? He has like snake eyes and he has like a snake tongue.
Gin, was it?
Gin, yeah. It's something with G. Yeah, something with G. Gin. I think even he had a winding like long sword like a snake that did that. He looked that the sword was I was like, holy shit! It's like the same thing. It reminded me of that.
Hold on, let's check it out. I'm on the wiki. I'm just gonna quickly go through his
more dead air moments stuff. I don't think anyone's listening at this point.
I'm still gonna be talking. I
don't think anyone's listening at this point. No one reaches this far ever when we talk.
Yeah, it does seem to be this thing. Yeah,
Gin, right?
It's really long.
Yeah. So I was reminded of that, but still their abilities are also like really. I like the Mist Pillar. Isn't he the only one who can use the sun breath?
Yeah. Not the
At that
he
point.
can't use the sun breath. He can use the moon breath, not the sun breath.
No, they talk about the marks that appear, right? Like on the people's faces, on the Demon Slayer.
Yeah, that's supposed to be because of Tanjiro, right? Not because of
No,
the others.
the marks appear on everyone, right? And they say the marks
Yeah,
appear
the marks appear
because
on everyone from Tanjiro.
I sure sometimes because they say the marks only
Yeah,
appear
from
when you
Tanjiro.
can use the sun breath when your heart rate goes above like 200 BPM or something.
Yeah, because Tanjiro learns how to use the breath of the sun and he passes it on to those around him.
Oh, I see.
That's why they only get it when they fight around. So if you remember, they have the training arc, which happens after that. Everyone has to fight with each other with Tanjiro as well.
Oh yeah.
Because
that's
that
true.
way they have a higher chance of unlocking it. But well, that all went to shit, didn't it? Because they all got overpowered, and then they started running and went straight for Muzan as soon as this guy died.
After that arc gets over, I'm just gonna skip. Like, do you have anything else to say
Straight
about
to
that
the
arc?
end.
Do you have anything to say about this
Nah.
arc? Okay.
That's pretty much it.
So this Kagaya, the main guy, the Ubayashiki, the guy with the disease on his face,
Yeah.
Suddenly, Muzan is here. Muzan is like, hello, final boss. Let's end the manga right fucking now. Showdown. Like, wait, what is this happening? Is this ending? Is Muzan fighting? Like, what the fuck? Like, Muzan comes and he's like, oh, it's time. I've come to end it. And then like the Biba, I forgot, the Shamisen, the Shamisen moon suddenly turns the whole thing into like her territory. Everyone split.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this? Like, the final showdown, is it ending here? Like, are you shitting me? Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, the Rokuro, the second, no, wait. What's his name? Doma, the one. Doma suddenly appears to fight Kocho, the insect, this thing.
Yeah.
And
And she
Kokushibu,
poisons him.
suddenly appears. I'm like, what the fuck are these? Like, what the fuck is going from 0 to like 1,000? Like, I was like,
even Zenitsu's friend,
Dude,
ex-friend, comes up with that as one of the
moon.
Like, where the hell did that guy come from?
Dude,
we don't know anything
as one of
about
the
him. He just
demons,
randomly appeared.
Dude, it's like, even though it seems like she was put under pressure to end it. That's what I would say. The same reason. Because it doesn't seem...
But then,
I don't know.
But then the entire manga wouldn't follow the same pace because the pace was kept up right till the end.
But did she plan... So, manga...
Dude, because, wait, there are a lot of chapters before it ended. Okay?
Yeah, of course.
Once, so, there's no way they gave her those many chapters just to end it.
Yeah, it has around 200 chapters.
I'm pretty sure she wanted to... Yeah, I'm pretty sure she wanted to end it like that on her own.
See, usually it's good to not drag things out, but I think in this case, at least my opinion is it would...
There was a lot of potential.
Yeah,
there
would be a lot of potential to drag it out. Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Not drag it out, a lot of potential
Not
to
drag it out in a
go
bad way. Yeah, because
longer.
she had built such a good story, such a good world, right? She could take it she could take it so far away. I don't know, but
and mind you, the woman, what's her name? That woman the demon who goes against Muzan, who's the one who makes medicines and all.
Oh yeah. I forgot the one who they meet right over there. Yeah, I forgot her name.
So she says Muzan is a coward. He doesn't fight anyone and all that.
Tamayo?
But then you finally see the guy fighting and he's overpowered as hell.
Tamayo. Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, Tamayo. Yeah.
Muzan is great. We talk about Muzan. Like, first, let's talk about this where they start fighting, right? Dude, freaking Kocho. I felt so bad. I didn't want Kocho to die.
Why?
At first, I was like, she's creepy because when she comes, then she's like, oh, she has like this nice soft voice, but she's like scary at the same time. So you're like, wait, holy shit, like what? Like, you get creepy vibes.
She had to die for her plan to work. I mean, it's a really shit plan, but she had to die for the plan to work.
Yeah, she had to die for the plan to work. But Doma was like, this guy's like, haha, there's no way you'll win. And then I think basically Kocho injects herself with Wisteria. Like that's what demons basically poison for demons, right? And I think she gets absorbed into him purposely and gives up her life so that what's her name? The other Kanao, so that Kanao could this thing.
Yeah, Kanao can kill him. Yeah,
but
then Zenitsu does the final thing, right?
Yeah, that did. See, at first that seems like big brain play. They're like, oh, big brains, I sacrifice my life. because she said there's no other way I can kill him, right? She said that to Avenger sister.
Yeah.
Like she didn't, because like her abilities and the way she works, like with her powers, she said there's no way I can kill him.
Yep.
So she wanted.
It's just like,
And then
really, that's weird.
yeah, and even I think the best fight was the first moons, like that samurai. He was.
Hey, the first moon is my boy.
Even Akaza is like okay, like because I was like okay, he's the prisoner. Like they all have like good story. Like dude, we are shitting on Kimetsu, yeah, but too much. We are just giving our honest opinion on it. Okay, we still read the whole thing. Yeah. Anyways,
the ending was all really disappointing,
the
except
ending
for the
was-
first.
No,
first moon.
That guy, the first moon was very cool. Like even his story is cool. Like his brother who he looked up to and everything, right?
Yeah.
His story was really
But they
good.
still didn't explain anything about the breath of the sun.
Yeah, the Breath of Stern was still not explained. And dude, the last arc, Tanjiro was evolving like crazy, bro. Tanjiro went from fucking Charmander to Charizard, bro. I'm telling
Charizard
you.
real quick. He went
Bro,
to Mega Charizard.
yeah, he went to Mega
Mega
Charizard.
Evolution Charizard.
Bro, he went to the giant Charizard, the thing they're doing right now in Sword and Shield, whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what the fuck? I was like, dude, every other move, like especially when he was fighting Muzan, every move was like a new move, dude. Like I was like, no, but
Yeah, basically.
the first Demon Moon he was cool. He was using, even that guy was using moves like crazy. He was like I think
Yeah,
he went
he
to
was.
form 16, 17. He went from 1, 2,
I don't
3,
remember
4.
that.
Like every page, I think he was using like form 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I think he went up
my
to
God,
he went up to 16 fighting them. And I was like, yo, what the fuck?
I just googled the moon to just see his face,
Uh-huh.
and I saw a picture of Madara Uchiha as this guy.
My God. Well,
But yeah, I don't.
from
Yeah,
behind I could
he
see
has a
the
lot of
similarity.
forms.
Yeah, dude, but this guy like goes crazy, right? Because he can use the Demon Slayer like breaths. He can use breaths,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah,
can
he
also
can use
use
the
the
breaths,
Blood
yeah.
Demon arts. So I was like, yo,
Yeah.
this guy is like crazy
Yeah,
strong.
this guy was real OP, man. This guy
Yeah.
was really, really OP.
But in the end, he took himself down. Like if you think about it, right? He killed himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he it was basically like a pain moment where he realized he's like, I see, I shall kill myself now. It was a very pain moment, if you think about it.
Yeah, yeah, but that's because of his brother as well, right? His brother really made him rethink life in general.
Exactly. And in the end,
So it's like-
that part was cool.
if I'm-
He realized like his brother, even old, like was like so much better than him, and that he hated that,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. What were you saying?
Wait, isn't this guy dies because he's about to come back, but then he gives up or something?
Yeah,
or
he's
is that
about to
someone
come
else?
back. Yeah, he's about to come back.
Yeah.
And then he realizes like, damn, I was looking for this all along, and he basically got rid of his envy, and he was satisfied or not satisfied with what he had achieved, right? And in the end, he was like, yes, I think it's time for me to finally go. I've been cursed trying to get better and live like this. But what my brother was in that stage, I think, was like the happiest.
Yeah.
So basically, he thought he always lived under the shadow of his brother, basically. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense, don't it? Yeah, he
Yeah,
went
he
up to
did.
16 forms.
Yeah, he went. I remember because every page I was like, okay, he's using form 1, now 2, now 3. I was counting, dude. I was counting, and I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, that's crazy. Yeah, but he was cool.
Yeah, he's really OP out. I mean, so many people died fighting this guy.
Oh,
though.
dude, I felt so bad. And yeah, didn't Genya also die fighting him? Yeah, Genya,
he
the
was
last
fighting.
bullet, because
he
Genya,
tries to shoot him, and then
the Earth Pillar, the Wind Pillar.
No, the Earth Pillar dies fighting.
No, he doesn't die. I was talking about who was fighting him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Earth, Wind, Genya, and like Genya was, I think even Gyu was fighting, or the Mist. I don't remember who. One of them.
No, the other one,
The snake.
Tomi.
No, the snake was not. I don't remember, dude.
Snake guy was also fighting this guy. I
Yeah,
think.
and they all were trying to kill him, and he's like basically single-handedly fighting off the pillars.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
And
No, but see, if it makes sense, because his brother, what's his brother's name?
whose brother?
I forgot his name. The first
The first. Genya.
demon's brother.
Genya. Oh, the first demon's
No,
brother.
the first-
Oh, I don't know his
Yeah,
brother's name.
Yorichi.
Okay.
Yoriichi. Yoriichi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, Yoriichi is the one who that machine was modeled after with the 6 hands and 6 swords.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that that this guy should be at least able to handle the pillars on his own.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like otherwise, what's the point if he? But then again, there's still such a huge difference between Yoriichi and this guy because he's able to cut him in one slash. Like imagine being so old that you're literally about to die and you still manage to get one cut out your brother's neck.
That's crazy.
You're like, and then you just go.
And he tells a mist pill also, right? Because he can use the breath of the moon. He's like, you're one of my family, so I need to take you, like, see how good you are or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he shits all over him and
dude,
kills him.
crazy. Dude, people die, like they drop like left, right in that like last arc. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like, and dude,
even against Muzan, like one thing I didn't understand is when they look at Muzan, they're like, he has 3 hearts and 4 brains and 5 stomachs and all.
I was like, yo, what is this creature? Dude, Muzan,
how does it work?
Muzan pops like 5 times the amount of rare candies that Tanjiro does in the end. I'm telling you. For sure, dude. He goes from 0 to 2000, dude. I was like, what the fuck? He's too powerful. He's just like...
Yeah, like you at least think there should be some other way. Like if you cut off his head, it just regrows.
Dude, Muzan becomes like Thanos, dude. He's like flicking people away, dude.
I know, right? And in the end, he just injects everything into Tanjiro. He's like, yes, you are now my offspring.
Dude, okay, that part was okay. So I was like, okay, they're dying, and then he turns Tanjiro into a demon, and I'm like, what the fuck? And apparently Nezuko is human again. Like Nezuko is back, I guess. Like somehow. And Muzan had
that just happened so randomly again, right?
Muzan had come to look for Nezuko, but she was chilling like with the teacher, right?
Yeah, somewhere far away,
And then she's back and she's like, yes, I must save you. Yes, Shonen, I must save you, my brother, demon, you have saved me. And I'm like, okay, I guess I continue.
Yes, and she's walking and she's like, my name is Nezuko. I'm like, you still knew that?
Yeah.
Your brother kept saying Nezuko. Are you like that dumb that you don't even realize that your brother is calling you with your name?
Spoil a shonen moment, okay? Like, my name is Nezuko. And you are Tanjiro, my brother.
Now who's simping for Nezuko?
And I shall give you a hug and save you.
Yeah, I mean, okay. At least when Nezuko became a demon, Tanjiro at least held her down.
Yeah.
Okay, tried to fight against her. When Tanjiro became a demon, Nezuko is just like, oh, our brother must hug you. Like, what?
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? To try to understand that shit. But what can... the manga... why do they do this, dude? I don't know if she was under pressure to finish it or not, but it was going so well. Like, it was going so well, but had to end like this in disappointment. I don't know why. Like I'm still excited to follow the anime because the anime did a much better job. I'm looking forward to like the fight scenes in the anime because it's going to be really good. I know that.
Yeah, of course.
But after we moved on to the manga, it just went downhill. Yeah, the anime got hyped us up and the manga like just got us downhill.
I think it's mainly the ending though, and not.
Yeah, I think it's also the
pace. Not everything is bad. It's mainly the ending.
No, yeah, it's the ending and the fight scenes. The show is still good. Like the show is amazing. Like, bro, like tell people why do you think people should like read the manga over like good points. Let's not shit on it anymore. We have shat on it a lot for an hour or so.
Again, the only bad points are the ending. I don't like the ending.
Yeah.
But otherwise, drawn really well. Lot of attention
beautifully
to detail,
drawn. Yeah.
Lot of interesting characters. But I think the anime just makes everything better, man. There's nothing wrong with the manga, but the anime makes it better. That's all I can say.
Yeah, the anime does.
Anime makes it much better.
Even like the fight scenes with Tamako, you know, when they're with the dodgeball girl and the arrow guy.
Yeah.
That fight scene is done really well. Like they show it really well.
And I'm still going to watch all the movies and anime series that come out for this. Yeah.
We are really excited for the movie. The movie, we can't wait to get our hands on it. I don't know when we'll get to watch it because we are in India right now, but
that's true.
Please.
We are never going to know.
Please, Japan.
Hopefully this year. Otherwise, maybe next year.
Please, Japan. Please, India. Improve your relations so we can get Japanese movies here.
Yes, please.
for the weebs.
Okay, my card is full.
Yeah.
So I'll just switch my card real quick for the last part of this.
Okay.
Audi, please note down timing.
Audi is still recording your screen, right?
Yeah, I kept my card ready for this though. Okay, but we can't go too far out.
Yeah, I think we're almost at the end.
What the hell is happening to my camera? Hello?
Hello. Mickey, can you check if it's recording still? Continue.
One sec. My camera ain't working.
Stay here. It's almost ending.
Bro, I switched off the camera and it's still... Yo, what the hell do I do?
Audi's recording you, so let's just continue now. Is your as long as
But
your mic-
what do I do about this?
Let's finish it and then you can check it out now. Just keep it aside, switch it off, take out the battery and put it back in. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I forgot it has a removable
Yeah, I was
battery.
like,
Yeah, that went off. Nah, Sid, you're a genius, aren't you?
what can I say?
My God, I can't believe I didn't think of that. Okay, my camera's gone.
Okay, yeah.
I can't use this card, I think. Yeah, anyway.
Anyway, Audi's recording. Let's continue.
Basically, yeah, Muzan became too much of a... He became too much of a pro guy.
Yeah, he became
I
too
didn't
OP.
like it.
And then he turned Tanjiro
Anime is
into a
beautiful.
demon. Yeah, so basically, the anime is beautiful. We're still going to follow it. We're dying towards the movie. Like, we want to see.
Yeah, even though
what
the
all
ending
hype
was
is about.
disappointing, I'm going to watch the anime for
definitely,
sure.
yeah. I still want to see the fight scene, like the cool animation and everything. I think it's going to be really good. Yeah.
Yeah, because they also had that thing, you know, that Tamayo has that little guy, little kid
Yes,
with
yes,
her,
yes,
the demon.
yes.
And then he puts that thing with the eye on top, paper with the eye on top, and you can see
that is
Muzan properly
so
and
cool.
all that.
Yeah. Even the
Also, why does Muzan have tentacles?
even the son, I forgot his name, the Ubuya Shiki's son, who like basically is coordinating between all of them. He's also really cool.
Yeah.
He has really weird
That's
looking
really cool,
children,
yeah.
by the way, but just
We-
yeah, really
Very
creepy,
weird
very
indeed,
creepy,
very
very
weird.
scary. Yeah, if I
Yeah.
saw any of them alone at night, like in a dark room, I'd either get a heart attack or run as fast as I could.
Hey, is it just me or do the two girls remind you of The Shining?
Oh yeah, they did the first. I thought it was a Shining.
yep.
I was like, what is this like?
Yep. My God.
Because they also speak like in sync. Yeah, that was weird. And they
Yeah.
have this tone also, this creepy monotonous voice, like hey,
Yep.
I was like, okay. But yeah, dude, I think you should still check out the show. It's the biggest anime like this year and last year.
Yep.
So
Definitely check it out.
definitely enjoy it.
We 101 approved.
Yeah, we 101 approve. I think most people who are, I don't think anyone's reaching, but if you're listening this far, I guess you already love the show and hate us for shitting on it. But yeah,
Don't worry, we love the show as well.
but I think
yeah.
that covers everything, right?
Yep, that covers pretty much everything.
And
what about recommendations for similar shows?
if you like,
Boku is a recommendation.
yeah, sure, you
for
can
if you like.
you can see Boku if you want. Sure, I guess. If you like demon themed, I don't know. Actually, recommendation I would give is I think you should read Osama Game because we're going to talk about that next week. So check that out so you can join in with us and listen in. Right, Brew is making an amazing face because he just reread it and Brew loved it the first time, but we'll talk about it in the podcast again. And
Yes.
yeah, so basically read Osama Game so you can like join in with us next week if you're interested. In the comments,
Yes, please do. I have a lot of thoughts.
if you want to recommend any anime or any manga we should like talk about, let us know in the comments.
You can do that on Twitter or on the
Yeah,
comments
definitely anywhere. If you agree with anything we said, disagree, let us know in the comments.
here. I will fight you all.
Yes, Brew will fight you all. And yeah, this is a special episode we are releasing just to get on the hype train. I'll say that openly.
My
So
God.
we're going to
Yeah, I mean,
release
it is
this.
hype for us as well, so
Yeah.
it makes sense that we do an
We
episode
released
about it.
Cage of Eden, and we're going to release this the same week. And the next week we have Osama game coming, and after that we have some cool stuff in store. So keep following.
Yep, keep following. Don't forget about that. Anyway, thanks for listening for
Thank
this
you.
long. If you're still
And
here,
subscribe, like, follow us everywhere. We're literally every fucking where.
everywhere,
Yeah.
everywhere.
We 101
But
pod. Yeah. And
Okay, goodbye.
we just end saying goodbye, right? Because we said, okay, goodbye.
No, we say sayonara.
Yeah.
Goodbye.